All right, based on some of the feedback I received, I'm going to give you guys some more true follow along workouts where you guys can literally just kind of press play and follow along with the exact same workout that I'm doing. This one's going to be a chest and back workout. It's going to be 3 circuits with 2 exercises each. There'll be 3 sets with each circuit, except for this first circuit. I'll do like 1 warm-up set. You guys will see, so it'll be kind of 4 sets in this first circuit. There'll be, most repetitions are going to be essentially 20 repetitions, but if you can't get 20, 12 to 20 would be a good rep range for you guys to shoot for. You don't have to do everything exactly like I'm doing, but it's just optional if you guys want to follow along. You can choose that if you'd like. There'll be little to no rest period. There'll be a little kind of a 20-second period where you'll be transitioning to workouts and kind of a rest period in between there as well. I thought 20 seconds was a nice kind of starting point. I might even actually throw in some pictures of my son's artwork just to kind of make these black screens a little more interesting when we do the rest periods. If you guys like this content, you guys want to see more of it, please like and subscribe. That's always helpful. I will timestamp everything and put links in the description box as well. In a second here, before we start this first set, you guys are going to see me kind of see the format in a second with this 20-second countdown. What this 20-second countdown basically is signifying is that once this 20 seconds kind of runs out, I will be starting that next set. If there's going to be an exercise where I'm not going to be taking any kind of active rest or giving you no rest whatsoever, you will see the 20 seconds kind of roll in from that first exercise into the second, just saying that we're going to jump right into the second exercise right away. But mostly you guys will have a little bit of a rest period of at least 20 seconds to kind of transition into the next exercise. So you can see here the timer ran out, and now we're starting the first exercise, which is the basic chest press, putting the height on the incline kind of somewhat moderate. I'm shooting for 20 repetitions here. I'm shooting for 20 repetitions on everything on this first circuit. When we get into the single arm pulls, I'll be doing that as well. And then definitely just feel free to pause it if you guys need more of a break. But what you're going to see here in 1 second, this is kind of like a practice set to get you guys acclimated with everything. I'm definitely going to recommend you guys get a Carabiner clip so we can easily kind of switch and transition to the single arm pull if you guys don't have one. So if you don't have one, it'll take a little bit more time to kind of transition to each exercise. But you can see I'm pulling out this Carabiner clip, and I'm just going to attach it onto one of them and then attach it onto the other one. And you can see here it's 9 seconds until I'm about to start the first exercise. I'm starting the second exercise, this first circuit, which is going to be a single arm pull. And then I jump right into this one, which is going to be again 20 repetitions. And I think as I'm doing this one, again, treat this as kind of a warm-up set to kind of get used to the format. I right away kind of transition to a kind of a kneeling pull, which is what I'm going to be doing here. You don't have to do it this way. You could do the other version where I'm going to be seated. But again, 20 repetitions on each arm is what we're going to be shooting for on this one. So again, I apologize if I didn't kind of clarify that you're going to need that Carabiner clip to start, but you'll need one of those. Otherwise, like I said, just pause the video and take a little more time kind of unscrewing the clips that come stock with the Total Gyms. I actually lost the Carabiner clip in this video. I was looking for it. You guys can't see it in the video. I edited it, but if you guys can find that, it's in the frame, and you guys can see it eventually found in the end. If you guys mystery answer, I'll tell you guys at the end if you can spot the missing Carabiner clip. Again, it's in the frame. If you guys can find it, I'll tell you at the end. So I'm blabbering a little bit here, but I won't do this as much. This is just a warm-up set to kind of get you guys used to the format of the video. In a second here, we're about ready to wrap up this set after this set of 20. And then you're going to see the countdown expire, and we're going to start the second set, which is really kind of the first official set of this circuit. If you guys have any questions, if you guys like this format, if you guys don't like this format, definitely let me know. I'm happy to kind of make some adjustments. This is my first time really trying to count down timer to kind of sequence the transition of exercises. And hopefully, if this works out good in the future, we will do more of these follow along videos like this, which I'll probably likely plan on doing because I think a lot of people like this. But also that safety pin, make sure you guys have that safety pin in. I know there's a couple times I think I forgot about it. Old habits die hard with my Weider Ultimate Body Works not having that, so I know a lot of people told me to put that safety pin in. I will do that. You guys make sure you do as well if you have a Total Gym. I've heard it does collapse. So now you can see 2 seconds are up, and we're jumping into the second circuit or second set of the first circuit. Just doing the chest presses. I raise the incline, and I'm shooting for 20 repetitions. And whenever you're thinking about pressing with this machine, a lot of people say they can't necessarily feel it. I mean, I can't guarantee it'll fit everybody, but I'm always thinking about pressing through the midline of the chest. You notice I took a little break there. That's okay if you guys got to take breaks and pause, but really trying to focus pressing through the chest line. I'm thinking about creating tension or a stretch in my chest at the bottom position, and then a nice squeeze at the top of the same muscles that are being stretched. In this case, my pecs, my pec major, pec minor. Those muscles that are being stretched are the ones that I want to follow through and press right through that chest line. Feel free to mess with the angles if you want to do more of an incline press. That's up to you. I won't talk like this throughout the whole workout. I'm just going to help you guys with a couple little tips as we kind of get through these first couple of sets of this circuit. So you can see 4 seconds or till we start. Getting in this kneeling position, incline is raised. What I'm doing here is I'm really trying to focusing on retracting my shoulder blades and not necessarily kind of pulling and pointing my shoulders forward as I'm rowing. You could even do this little twist. You can grab with your hand and kind of face down and twist it into a neutral pull. But totally up to you how you want to do this. Just a basic single arm row. I know this starts to kind of ramp up with how the sets kind of start to get a little more difficult as you get to 20 repetitions. So feel free to kind of modify these sets, especially on this one. So that's kind of the fundamental stuff of the first circuit that I really wanted to focus on. Feel free to modify this and tweak it as you like. Again, I could go on and kind of give a lot more explanation and little details of things, but I kind of want to assume that you guys just want to not listen to me the whole entire workout. If you want to, definitely let me know, and I have no shortage of things to say about exercises, but kind of somewhat self-explanatory. The main thing is just not pointing your shoulders and using more biceps, trying to focus on the lats, or a lot of those muscles just in the back as far as doing a lot of that workout. I'm always thinking about feeling a stretch in that muscle that's being lengthened, or the lats, the working muscle, feel it stretch when it's extended out in this case, and then really focusing on the same muscle as contracting and squeezing. So feel that stretch and then feel that good contraction throughout each set. I will see you on marker 11 when we kind of start circuit 2. But on as these sets kind of progress, basically keep on adjusting that incline and you guys should be good. One quick thing as I'm noticing right here, I even kind of lean in and kind of dig into my pressing sometimes. You notice I kind of get this little angle. Sometimes I'll sit up on my heels, sometimes I'll sit on my butt. You guys feel free to do the same. Don't have to follow everything I'm doing exactly to a T. So with that said, just have fun with this first circuit. All right, we're wrapping up this one, and we're going to start setting up for circuit 2, which is going to be into a inverted press. So I'll give you guys some time to kind of adjust and set up that exercise. Grab those pull-up attachments. You're going to need them for both exercises. In retrospect, maybe it wasn't the best idea to kind of choose 2 exercises that kind of require these pull-up attachments, so you can get some more rest period between sets. Not a huge deal. Again, I'm kind of used to using the Weider Ultimate Body Works, but I'm setting up in that low position. We're going to be doing a pike into a push-up. This is kind of difficult. I'm shooting for 20 repetitions here. I don't expect you get a full 20. You will see me get 10 repetitions, and then I'll finish up doing a different variation, which you could choose to do this variation the whole time, but I'll do this kneeling kind of leg, kind of bring the knees in, and then a push-up. So I'm gonna first do it on my toes. I'm piking into a push-up. I'm gonna go for about 10 repetitions here. I'm trying to press through the chest line, so like my nipple line essentially gets even with the middle of the bars with my hands, pressing straight up. You could go a pike, or you could go knees in and kind of bring your knees in and out. I do that, I think, as a variation on the other 2 sets. I try that a little bit, but I'll be honest, I got kind of fatigued here. So then I thought I'd show you guys this variation. Just bring the knees in, out, and then do a push-up. Nothing wrong with this. I mean, this worked me fine. I mean, I got to get that 20 repetitions. This is what I had to do to kind of, squeeze that out. I think later in the second and third sets, I end up getting, I think 12 or 13, maybe 14 regular full-on pike to push-ups, and then eventually I go to my knees again. So if you can't do that, do what you can. You can shorten the range of motion. You can start out on your knees, like I said. You could do partial reps, like I said, as well. Adjust the rep range. Totally up to you. Might have to take a little more rest period between these 2 exercises, but naturally you can see it's going to take, you're going to have a little bit of a rest just to kind of transition up to the pull-ups. If you guys got a Weider Ultimate Body Works like I used to have, or I still have and use, it's going to be a lot easier to kind of switch transitions, in which case you guys just have a little bit longer of a rest period. Now with the first set of this circuit and the pull-ups that's coming up next, I will kind of progressively just kind of pull up the inclines. That's going to be totally up to you. So get ready to start up with just like a moderate incline as we start this. And again, I'm going to shoot for 20 repetitions. I try and go smooth and controlled, but I always kind of want to go a little bit faster with this. You could do some pauses in between. You could do some little squeezes at the top and focus more on the positive or the negative with each of these repetitions, but totally up to you. So that's really it with this second circuit. So I'll check back with you guys at the time about 20 minutes in when we'll start circuit 3. All right, the first exercise in circuit 3 is just going to be a chest fly. I've said this and commented on this in many videos. I'll keep saying it, that chest flies can be kind of hit or miss with some people. Find that setting that's going to make the exercise feel kind of smooth and controlled. I know my Weider Ultimate Body Works, it never kind of really felt right unless I had a low setting and I kind of leaned back a little bit. If this does aggravate you, just kind of switch it up for a different chest exercise. What I do on this one is I focus on 20, and I can get 20 repetitions pretty good on all 3 sets, but the last set I'm really kind of struggling to force out that 20. So don't feel like you have to hit 20 repetitions. You could shoot for a lower number. I probably wouldn't force myself to do 20 repetitions of something if I'm kind of grinding through it. But since I'm making a video for you guys, I'm shooting for 20. That's what I try and do for this the rep range for this whole circuit. So you'll see me do this for chest flies as well as the pullovers. Feel free to sit differently. I kind of mess with my angles a little bit too. I'm trying to kind of squeeze right through the chest line. I'm trying to focus on that tension going to my chest, obviously, and then squeezing right through my chest line as I'm doing it. I think on the third set though, it gets to be pretty difficult, and I do more of a lower fly. I kind of start low with my hands and I come up and squeeze, so that's what I do. I know when I get to 20 here, this is pretty easy. I shouldn't say easy, but it wasn't as difficult. So I think at the end of this set, you're just going to see me mess around with some presses and just kind of messing around a little bit on the total gym with different things. That's just to kind of not necessarily waste time, just to kind of just try some things out. So feel free to kind of mess around with stuff, mess around with angles. You can do some flies, do some extra chest presses. You can definitely treat this as like kind of like a cash out session where you're just doing some extra chest presses or different angles from a lower position. But right here, as we're kind of phasing out of this first set, as this timer runs out, we're going to be jumping right into pullovers. So cable pullovers, I always want to say dumbbell pullovers. Find that angle. This should feel fairly easy or not too hard on this first set. So definitely the 20 repetitions should be doable here. As we get into the second and third set, as we get a higher incline, it should definitely get challenging. This is, most of you guys I think might know this. It's working your lats. So we want to try and ideally kind of keep our elbows slightly bent and not utilize our elbows too much with having our triceps kind of kick in. It's okay if you do though. You can make this a modified exercise if you'd like. Just like with the chest fly, this is causing you any discomfort. Don't force the exercise or the range of motion if it's causing you any kind of discomfort. So that's really it of this circuit. Just progress it with the incline. That's what I did for the next 2 sets that are coming up here. But like I said, we did a lot of work on our upper body, obviously, but especially our shoulders and elbows, but primarily our shoulders got hit pretty hard. So I know for a lot of people that are older, I know we're at the tail end of the video, but hopefully you guys adjusted. If you're doing this again another time, or you're seeing this maybe after the fact and you're thinking about it, if this kind of caused you some discomfort, nothing wrong with doing less sets, less repetitions, taking more rest period in the future. So that's really it, guys. I appreciate you guys watching the video. I'll let this circuit run out. Let me know your feedback as far as these follow along workouts. If there's anything else you guys want to see done differently, more than welcome to modify some things to kind of fit what you guys want to see and how you want these videos structured. So thanks again, you guys. Always appreciate it. I'll see you guys in the next video. Oh, and by the way, if you're wondering where that missing carabiner clip was, it was on top of the squat rack. You can see it right there on top of the resistance bands. Kind of dumb, but I was looking for that thing for a while. I could not find it and had it in my hand, and that's where it was. So you guys might have caught that. Otherwise, you guys might not care. See you guys in the next video. Thank you.